I highly doubt that he's done, but I would probably assume that that truck should be at UCC as well. And I would probably assume that at UCC it's probably going to be making more power than it did recently. So, now anytime you do something, 3,000, 4,000, whatever, you got to go, okay, cool. What do we do to get there? And how do we make it a little bit better, a little bit more reliable, those types of things, right? So I think Cody right now is kind of regrouping with, if I'm going to make this kind of power on the dyno, that's going to score points. How do I go? And he knows how to truck pull. Like he's avid at that. Like he pulls a lot. So I think he'll place very, very well at UCC. But yeah, I mean, basically that nozzle that he's using is the same thing that we use on the 6.7 Cummins, and it's the same thing that we would use on any LBZ that's like that big in percentage. So it's kind of the same tool, but the advantage that Duramax has is they have eight. Like we only have six, right? So we got six little squirters to try and make all the quantity, make that power. And the Duramax guys have eight little squirters to make that quantity. So I'm never gonna. I mean, you look at this weekend, the Cummins Killer and the Cummins Killer 3 at Diesels and Dark Corners. They took first and second place. It's a V8. It's a Wagler CX 500 block, mechanically injected stuff. Big old. They had one with compounds, one with a single turbo. That was the first time I've ever heard of a 6-inch compressor wheel and a 6-inch turbine wheel being used in any sled pull truck. So, and it's not a huge cubic inch motor. Craig Dickey is the guy that drives that truck, and he called me Saturday night after he left Diesel and Dark Corners, and he was on his way home, which is a very long drive, so he didn't make it that night, I'm sure. But just try and get some tracks made. He called, and it's like 11 o'clock at my house, so it must have been around 1 in the morning where he was at. And he was pretty stoked, pretty excited. And I'm like, nice work, congrats, all these things. And I've been working with those guys quite a bit this year as well. I don't know. uh, yeah, like that platform, that CX 500 that Wagler's got going there, it's a pretty wicked piece. So I do think that the Duramax guys, for whatever reason, like Dynamite's never been loved by Duramaxes. And we have sack nozzles for LB7s. We've got insulation kits. All of my Duramax injectors have the same potential as all of our Cummins injectors. I just think that Exergy or SNS or whoever, whether it's the marketplace, the localness to the shops, I think that's probably it. The localness to the shops